Food and Water is an environmental group, so we obviously kind of highlight that because it's who we are. But I will say, and I think you're right, right? Like, there's a broad constituency for this, and a huge factor is the animal welfare piece. And we've been working really hard to build a based coalition, including Mercy for Animals, and I think we hope in the next session we'll have a broader base of animal welfare groups. But yeah, I think they have to be at the table. And if we're going to win this, you're going to need a really big grassroots movement. I mean, we were talking earlier about this kind of ridiculous city-rural divide that the industry always tries to play up. And partly they do that because people like to rail against New York City if you don't live there. But partly they do it, I think, to disenfranchise people. That it's clear the path towards winning this is a bunch of people not just showing their preferences in the market or shopping a different way, but actually getting involved in the political process. And for us to win, that means a lot of people where a lot of people live, and that is mostly urban and suburban settings, right? That's where most of New Yorkers live and where most Americans live. So I think for us, the organizing challenge is like, people get this is bad. People are, you can see in the market data, people are opting out where they can. But we have to do more than that. We have to change policy. And to do that, you have to get a lot of those people involved in the political process. That's kind of the challenge. And to your point, I do think animal welfare is a huge motivating factor for a wide swath of New Yorkers. And we're sort of at the beginning of building that. But for sure, if we're going to win, we need all those folks at the table.
Well, sticking with that subject, Assemblymember Rosenthal, I know you have many bills and successful legislative initiatives to your credit. We don't have time to cover them all, but I am particularly interested in a bill you're sponsoring, which would help farms convert to plant-based agriculture. Can you tell us about that?
Yes, this bill, it's A1639, would establish a plant-based agriculture grant program. So it would provide financial support and technical assistance to small and mid-sized farms to encourage plant-based farming. So transitioning from raising animals to hemp and oats and other things. And a lot of farmers in New York State, and I guess across the country, the small ones are struggling. This is a good use of your acreage because there will be a greater demand, and you can get started by getting a grant to help you get off the ground, as it were. And so I'm pushing that as well.
There's going to be a much bigger campaign going into next year. And look, even starting next year, it's probably a multi-year effort, but we're kind of going into that eyes wide open. So I say all that to say there'll be a bunch more campaign activity going forward. It's a big, big priority for us in the 26th session, and I think will be for a whole bunch of allies. And then to stay informed or learn about what to do, you can certainly go to our website. It's foodandwaterwatch.org.